Hi, welcome. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. Today we are interviewing the owner and founder of Liquid Salon named Tawny Walker. How are you doing today?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Before we begin the interview, I will be trying to interview small business owners all this week. What is your schedule like?
My schedule varies week to week. It really depends on what I have going on that week. I do salon consulting to help other salon owners. So I'm sometimes at another salon, and then I check into Liquid Salon about 3 to 4 days a week. If I'm not there physically working, I'm always in contact with them. They're texting me, they're calling me for things. So, I definitely would say in the beginning I was there like every day, but now we've been open for 18 years, so I have a little bit more flexibility. I have a great team in place.
Congrats on just hitting 18 years.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What is it like to be a salon consultant?
It is very rewarding. Every client is different. They have different needs. Some are starting up a business, some are transitioning from a different pay structure for their staff, some are just expanding. So it really depends where they're at in their journey. And I really enjoy doing it. It's something that kind of fell into my lap. And I've been doing it since 2014 now. And it's definitely something I think is very rewarding. I wish I would have had someone to help me when I was getting started.
How can people contact you if they want you as a business consultant?
They can contact me through email, Tawny, the number two Walker at gmail.com. They can also contact me through my Instagram page, which is Tawny's World. And a lot of people, will track me down that way. And a lot of it's word of mouth or referral.
What inspired you to create your business?
I have been working in a salon since I was 16 years old. It was actually my first real job, and I really fell in love with the business. One unique thing is I don't actually work behind the chair. I'm not a service provider. I just always really enjoyed the business aspect, the management, working with different people. No 2 days are the same, and it's beauty and fashion. So that's something that is glamorous and it's fun. So that's something that I've always loved doing. And all through college, I managed different salons. So when I graduated, I just kind of fell back into it, but I wanted to try being an owner because I had ran so many salons for other owners. And it's something that I would have to say is not for everyone. It is very challenging at times because there's a lot of competition. It's a very competitive market. It's overly saturated, especially where I'm at. So it's rewarding, and it's definitely something that I don't think everyone would love. You think it's fun and glamorous until you start doing it, and then you're like, oh, this isn't as fun as I thought it would be. But no 2 days are the same, which is what I like.
Who inspired you to create your business?
I would have to say my brother-in-law, my late brother-in-law. I actually got my first real haircut in a nice salon with him, and it really made me fall in love with the business. And initially he and I opened Liquid together. He did pass away 5 years into the business, opening, but he was definitely my inspiration because he exposed me to the beauty industry, and he really kind of mentored me as far as just working with different hairstylists and working in more high-end salons.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What was the reason you started your own salon?
I started my own salon because I was very passionate about the business, and I thought it would be better to put all that work and energy, into my own business instead of working for other people and building on their dream. And I also found the perfect location, which is really what kind of catapulted me into doing it. At Maple and Telegraph, when the space became available, I was like, oh my God, this would be the perfect place for a salon. So I think it was just all about timing. Like I wanted a salon, but having that perfect opportunity, the perfect location, that all just kind of aligned. And I had just graduated from college, so I was kind of looking, do I go to law school? Do I follow, my passion? Like I was kind of in that in between stage. And I said, if I don't get the space, I'll go to law school. And I got the space, so I didn't go to law school. So, in hindsight, I think it worked out for the best because I really do enjoy my job and my flexibility.
What was or is the goal of your business?
The goal of Liquid Salon is to offer a refreshing, relaxing experience for all of our clients, to create a space where professional beauty providers can all come together and be creative and work in a team environment and be able to have a professional, environment to work in. So that was our goal. Tim and I had always talked about wanting to have, the best staff and people that were very serious about their craft and not doing this as like a side hustle or a hobby. So, we are very selective on who we bring into our team and we don't have a lot of turnover. My first stylist who started with me is still with me today. And, that says a lot because I take pride in having the best team. We really do have, really good providers, service providers in the salon, and they all, really love what they do. And so I think the goal is to continue to do that and never take anyone for granted, whether it's a client or one of my team members.
Who is on your crew?
Well, we have quite a few. I have a staff of about 19. We offer everything from hair, facials, massages, makeup, nails. So we have a very diverse team. And, it's a very good mix of people, good synergy, really good vibe when you walk in. And we have, all different ages and people that are different stages of their career, some that are starting out, some that are apprenticing. And then we have master stylists who have been doing this for 30 plus years. So it's a very good mix of people, which creates a very positive, vibe when you walk in. Our clients always mention, like, it just seems like everyone gets along and people have, a real good, work environment, and it creates a good environment for the client in return. So, my team is not that big. There are some mega salons that have, 30, 40 stations, but I like the size. I think it's perfect.
Sometimes smaller is better.
I agree. I agree.
You don't always need big to be successful.
No, you don't. And salons are, I think salons that keep things very intimate and not, overwhelming for clients when they walk in. I think those type of salons definitely have its place in the market because it's very welcoming. And a lot of our clients say it's like their second home. They come 2 or 3 times a week sometimes. So we have lots of regulars, and it has over the years, we've developed lots of relationships and friendships, not only with staff, but also with our clients. And I love the size of our space. I do some consulting for salons that have like 30 chairs. And I feel like that, to me, it's a little impersonal, it's overwhelming, and it doesn't allow for you to get to know people one-on-one. So, we have 14 stations and we have, 3 manicurists. So we're an intimate group.
How long did it take before your business became a big word?
I would say that the first 3 years were trying, and it's being a new business, took some time to get our, everything aligned and to get fully staffed. But I would say year 3 was when we really started to grow, and I felt like we had created a name and a brand for ourselves.
Do you have any clients or workers that have been with your company since the start?
I do. I have several. Linda, who is an amazing hairdresser, started with me on day one, which is very rare to say that you'd have your first stylist still with you 18 years later. I have, so many that joined me within that first year of being open that are still with me. And, that's a great feeling because you get to see them grow, and we're growing, and everyone's kind of developing in their career path, as well as the salon developing as a new business. And we all kind of, grew up together, we like to say. And my first client is actually still with me. So it's really cool because we do the whole family. So you really get to see, the grandkids grow up. You get to see the kids grow up. So, I think it's one of the best things about Liquid is that you come in and it feels like home, and you, for example, I remember when you were a baby and when you were born and when your mom carried you in her belly. So like just seeing you now, this young man doing this interview, I'm very proud of you
Thank
and excited to see where you're going to go in life because I for sure know you're going to be successful.
thank you. What made you want to stay a small business?
I've always wanted to just have one location. I've had other businesses where I grew to like 10 doors, but for me, the salon business is a very personal business. It's not something that I feel is easily duplicated, and it's a lot of work as far as just relationships. And it wasn't anything that I ever wanted to have multiple locations. I never wanted to it that way. And I have worked for salons in the past, chains that have several doors, hundreds of doors, or multiple locations. And to me, that wasn't appealing because I wanted to keep the intimacy and the one-on-one, and kind of just keep that going for Liquid. And not to say that it doesn't work for other people, but that just wasn't the route that I wanted to take.
What classes do you teach?
I personally teach salon ownership, management, startup, those type of classes and workshops. I've probably done about 30 workshops in the last few years, all geared towards different stages of the entrepreneurship journey. So, my biggest selling class is always the startup because I think that's where people are more nervous and have more questions and need a little bit of like guidance. So, that's a class that I really enjoy teaching. It's called the startup. So over the years, I've taught many, many classes. And like I said, because I'm not a service provider, I'm not teaching classes on cutting hair and coloring hair. So I bring in some of the best educators in the nation for that, for my team.
When do you teach that class?
I do it quarterly. And then now with post COVID, I started doing a lot of it, through Zoom and like online and virtual. So that allows me to do them more often and with smaller groups.
Does the location change if it's in person?
It does. I typically will do the classes out of the salon on a day that we're closed, so like a Sunday or a Monday. I have done the classes at some of the beauty schools. They'll invite me to come in and teach the workshop there or at different conference halls. So I've done that as well.
Could you name everyone who is on your crew right now?
I absolutely could. At my front desk, I have Saray, Katie, Cora, Gianna, and Sierra. And they're all fabulous. They take care of the front of the house. For the back, my three amazing manicurists. I have Anahit, Anita, and Tatiana. And hairdressers, I have Bessa, Daniel, Kristen, Darren. I have Linda, Dennis, Elliot, Philip, and I have Zena, Angela, Angel, and Jamie. That's the crew.
How can people find your store or learn more about the staff and the business itself?
You can go onto our website, and we actually just, get launched a brand new site, which I love, liquidsalon.com. And you can read our Google reviews. We have over 300 five-star reviews. So a lot of our clients like to go on our website and read the team bios and learn a little bit about their stylist or their service provider before they come in. And it kind of puts a face to the name, and it lets you know a little bit, like as a new client, looking for a new hairdresser or looking for a new manicurist. Sometimes it's nice to like kind of know, a little bit about them before you come in, what they specialize in, what their background is. So that's a really cool thing about our website is, our stylists are all on there, and then you can go on there and learn about the different services that we offer and the product lines that we carry.
Are there any new services coming into liquids soon?
So actually, we just added a treatment room within the last 2 years. So we now offer full body waxing, facials, massages, lashes, so all of the aesthetic services, which that's really cool because we never had that segment of the market. We never had room for it. And so when COVID happened, I moved the pedicure chairs out into the salon part just to give people more breathing room. So we did a renovation, and then I used that old pedicure room as a treatment room. So now we have all these new services that we can offer our clients, which is really cool because I like getting them done too.
Do you have any deals going on within your business?
We currently don't offer any specials. We don't do too many specials because we are really busy, and a lot of the staff, they're booked. So they're not going to offer too many different promotions to get people in because they're at the point in their career, and we're at the point in our business where we don't need to do as many of them. So we don't really have any of that going right now.
What is the hardest part about being a small business owner?
I think the hardest part is the unexpected, so like when COVID happened, no one saw that coming. And then just, having to adjust and make whatever changes you need to make on the fly to make your business stand out and to, stay afloat. I think that's one of the biggest challenges as being a small business owner.
What is the easiest part about being a small business owner?
I think the easiest part would be nothing's really easy, but maybe I think being able to choose who is on your team. So you ever have that job where you like have coworkers that you hate and like don't want to work with? We don't have that because I can handpick who joins our team, and everyone is amazing and brings something to the table. So that to me is definitely a benefit.
What do you look for when hiring people?
You hire a personality. That's something that's very important. You can train them to do a technique, but you can never train them to have a different personality. So you definitely look for a personality. You want someone that is like-minded, team-oriented, and someone who fits in with the salon culture that we've created over the years. So to me, that's more important. Everyone that has joined Liquid has had lots of experience in the industry. We don't have any like newbies, but we have trained people, taken them into our education program from beauty school or apprentice them, and then slowly transition them onto the floor. So I think that's definitely important.
What is your mission statement?
Our mission statement is to provide a relaxing, positive experience for our clients. And for our staff, our mission statement is to provide a creative space where they can grow and learn and be a part of a dynamic team.
What is your favorite part about being a small business owner?
My favorite part is having flexibility in my schedule to be with my family. I think in the beginning, you like hustle, you work hard, you dedicate your whole life to starting and growing your business. And then at a point, your business, kind of is established and you have a little bit of time to like, be able to say, I won't come in today, just kind of pick where you are and how many days you show up. That's definitely my favorite part because now that I have a 2-year-old, I can take some time to be with him.
What is your least favorite part about being a small business owner?
I think my least favorite part would be just the overhead. Running a high-end luxury business is expensive. And, with the rising cost of everything right now, of labor, of materials, of supplies, just having to, adjust and, try to still maintain a good profitability margin with the rising costs. So I think that would be my least favorite. I hate doing QuickBooks, and I have to do that all the time.
How can people schedule an appointment?
You can schedule via our website. You can go right on liquidsalon.com and you can still pick up the phone and call. We are always there waiting to answer.
What are the different services that are offered with a price? Or does the price constantly change?
Well, our prices are all starting at, so it really depends on what the client is looking for, what end results they're looking for. So it's really hard to have set pricing on a lot of our services.
Do you have anxiety when you created your business?
No, I'm typically a pretty calm person, so I didn't really have any anxiety there.
What do you have anxiety about with your current job or role?
No anxiety really. I just kind of over the years have learned that, nothing's going to be perfect. You just have to make it work and, do your best.
What is your advice to others on how to deal with anxiety?
I would advise people to not try to be perfect. You just have to leave room for error. You have to be okay with things, not being perfect. And once you kind of allow yourself that, I think it takes a lot of pressure off of you because people put a lot of pressure on themselves. And I try not to do that because over the years I've learned that, it is what it is. Sometimes you just have to be okay with that.
What is your career history and role?
My career history is salon owner, salon consultant. I used to own a chain of retail stores. We had 9 locations. So my role is to be creative, create, and to manage, and then also to do a little bit of everything, the bookkeeping, just a little bit of everything. I'm very hands-on.
What is your education?
I have a bachelor's degree in business and marketing from Oakland University.
Is there anybody you would like to thank who helped you create your business?
I would definitely want to, like I said, thank my brother-in-law, my late brother-in-law, Timothy Upchurch. He had a huge impact in why I chose to be in the beauty industry. And I just think every hairdresser that I've ever worked with from the age of 16, they've all taught me so much about the industry and about people in general. And it has allowed me to be able to work with so many different people from different backgrounds and different personalities.
I would like to thank you for joining and have a great rest of your night. I would also like to thank everyone at your salon for making it a calm, fun, easy, and friendly.
Oh, well,
Thanks for doing amazing.
we love seeing your family, and your whole family comes. And I remember when you were just a little kid. So thank you for choosing me for your interview for Small Business Week. I wish you the best of luck with it and all of your endeavors. And this was a very well thought out interview with great questions. So kudos to you.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your night.
You too.
I will.